In this video, this will be the very first episode 1 of story time. And for this story, I'm going to be talking about 275 storage tanks that we've been setting out during COVID. And this is what we have been setting out during COVID. 275 tank, 22 cinder blocks, a half sheet of OSB board, and a 2-inch adapter with a 2-inch elbow 90-degree PVC. So the idea with this is when we have these homeowners, these homes that still have 55-gallon drums of water outside the home, and they usually siphon it out, put it in their bucket, and then they carry it into the house. And during COVID, one of our sites, the RU team, were pondering over this and trying to figure out, like, how can we better serve communities that don't have running water or don't have access to get clean drinking water. So what they did was they came up with the 275 storage tanks, the bricks, the OSB board, and the bow. Then they would just put a bucket on the bottom. Easier for them to fill it up instead of trying to siphon that out, getting water down into the stomach or down into the lungs when it's during COVID and when it's a respiratory issue. So this makes it a lot easier for homeowners just to gain access to clean drinking water. In our first ones, they were all the white clear one, just like how this color is. And then we started noticing, like, it started turning green from the sun, algae was building up in there, and then we got these UV protecting covers. It's not a thermal cover, it kind of looks like a thermal cover if you were to flip it inside out, but it's just made to keep it out of the sun, and it prevents it from turning green or anything like that. And after that, that's when our supplier manufactured us some gray ones. They were gray tanks that kept all the sun off of it. The only downside is you couldn't really see how much water level you had. So, but big flip side is, it kept it out of the sun. And these were very, very fun. When we were hauling all of these, we had them all loaded up on a trailer, all the OSB boards, and we were hauling these to the homes, setting them up, and then another truck would trail behind and fill it up with 275 gallons of water. Yeah, with dropping these 275 storage tanks, it was fun. We got to see a lot of beautiful places, some really desolate places as well. It was cool seeing how a lot of these homeowners in these houses lived so far away from like a store or gas station, and it's just so quiet. It's so nice. And to see these storage tanks get put into use, it was very fun. And not only that, we reached a lot of communities. We got Tuba City, got Cameron, even Gray Mountain, Black Falls, Loop, all the way back up towards Sand Springs, Copper Mine, Coal Mine, over in the Page area. And then we started coming back this way towards Kaibato, Black Mesa, Pinon. Then we started going up north towards, our last ones were at like El Cap towards Monument Valley. And our original areas that we were working at was, we started in Navajo Mountain, dropped those 275 storage tanks, and after Navajo Mountain, we branched out to Shanto. And when we started reaching out to different communities, our team was mostly on Western Agency. So it's really cool to see all these things all over Western Agency. That trailer has been through some very hard trails. Got stuck a bunch of times, tire blowouts, stuff like that. But like I said, we have seen some very, very cool, beautiful places. And a lot of these homes, you know, we got these GPS coordinates from the chapter houses. We worked alongside them, and they would provide us GPS coordinates. We would go to these homes, drop off the tank, fill it up with water, and then move on to the next home. Exact same thing. And sometimes they would be so far from each other, so the best thing that we could do would be like 5 tanks in one day. And it's like we try and cut that down, and then little by little we started getting a little better at navigating, lining up homes 1, 2, 3, and 4. But we will also find these houses through word of mouth. Like somebody would be saying, "Hey, I saw you guys give this house a tank and you're delivering water. My uncle, my aunt, you know, they don't have running water." And that's how some of these other houses that the chapter house didn't know about, or we never would have knew about. And it's just word of mouth. They see us at a gas pump, at the watering points. Usually when we get these homes, these GPS coordinates, and they're new, they would go to our project manager, Shanna. She would enter them in, find out where these were, and then every now and then she would either take myself or a really good fluent speaking Navajo, Stanley, and they would go to these houses, check it out, survey it, and then make a determination of dropping a tank or dropping 2 tanks. Or if they had like existing cisterns but just needed assistance to haul water. So if you ever wondered like what Dig Deep does, you know, what we do, we mainly focus on getting homes clean drinking water. That's the main goal. And if you ever see a Dig Deep truck on the road, you know, give them a thumbs up. Yeah, and every now and then I would think about these homeowners and all the ones that we've helped out, especially the elders. You know, whenever a Dig Deep truck would come rolling in, like myself, you would see the blinds move and you would see them moving around. They see it's a Dig Deep truck. They would put on their mask, step outside, sit by the front door, and you can just see that smile through the mask. You can just see the emotions, and they always so grateful to see that someone out there was thinking about them. Yeah, and with that, you know, we've had so many stories of all the places we've been to, all the people we've interacted with, a lot of stuck stories, which is pretty funny. Getting the truck stuck in the dirt, in the sand. I remember one out towards Page area. I got stuck. I was in a bad spot, had no cell service, and it took me a long time. The truck was buried all the way to the skid plates. The tank and trailer was just not moving. I had a shovel, which was good enough, and I was like shoveling it out. And I started thinking like maybe I should call Howard and Stanley. Maybe they can pull me out. Then I started thinking like, no, they're gonna get stuck trying to get to me, because where I was at was sand everywhere you went. So just kept shoveling away, kept digging out, dripping with sweat, and it was during summer, so it was a fun experience, fun times. Not only that, not only me getting stuck, but you know, the team members getting stuck. I remember some of them, they would get stuck in like coal mine, in the sand area, and they called me and they're like, "Hey man, I'm stuck." it's it's really funny to think about. And I show up and the whole truck is just like buried all the way to the back. The front tires are spinning, the back tires are spinning. Steven's all muddy and sandy because he's trying to dig it out. I remember some of the very beginning ones, not just my stories, but also Stanley's. Like we were trying to get these houses and trying to get as many as we can in one day, or refill as many tanks as we can in one day, because as some of you know, you were not supposed to be out on the road at a certain time after dark or after 5 o'clock. And I was one of those guys that kept getting stuck on the road at dark when you're not supposed to be out there, or be driving into Tuba City hungry, but gas stations are closed, fast food, anything was closed, and I was like, I had to drive all the way home hungry. But luckily I wasn't pulled over or anything like that. But yeah, 275 storage tanks that Dig Deep was doing for a while. Very, very fun. It was awesome because the places that we were at, and not only just the places, the people we've encountered along the way, not just for Team Navajo Mountain, but Delcon site and also Theru. I'm sure they have a bunch of stories as well. Yeah, that's what Dig Deep was doing like during COVID times, and it was fun. And now we're going back into homes, installing these home water systems, and I will see you in the next one.